In this video, I'm gonna show you how to turn your leftover sourdough into a sweet and nutty treat that everyone's gonna love. Grab your apron and let's get baking. For these sourdough discard macadamia nut cookies, we're gonna need soft butter, sourdough discard, flour, egg, macadamia nut, white chocolate chip, and brown and white sugar. I keep my sourdough discard in a jar in the fridge, and whenever I have anything left over from feeding or from mixing my sourdough, I'll add a little bit to here. I've got a bunch of sourdough discard recipes on my website, and I'll leave a link in the description, so make sure you check that out if you like this recipe. We are going to start by placing the sugar and the butter in the bowl and then creaming that together. We're gonna mix this until fully combined. Now I'll just use my spoon to clean that off and just keep going. It will take you a few minutes by hand, and you're sort of pressing it against the side of the bowl. And once it's fully mixed, it'll stick together and it should look something like that. Once your butter and sugar's creamed, next we're gonna add the egg. Now, not really necessary, but I like to whisk it up just a little bit or beat the egg up a little bit. Once the egg is fully incorporated, then we're gonna add our sourdough discard. Mix this in. Shouldn't take too long. Do not over mix it at this point. You just wanna combine it. And then finally, we're gonna add our flour. And when you add the flour, you just wanna fold it in delicately. You really don't wanna over mix it. If you're doing it on the machine, first speed only until just combined. So let's do it. So you're gonna kind of fold and cut. So you pull off the bottom and cut through the dough. That way you're not gonna shoot flour all over the table, but you'll also get a good even mix. So you wanna go until almost fully combined. You can just see a little bit of flour there, and that's good enough. When this is almost just combined, we're gonna add our macadamia nuts and our white chocolate chips, and we're gonna mix this in. We really don't wanna over mix at this point, so you wanna just combine it. Bring everything in, and then I like to flip it over because often you get a little piece at the bottom that doesn't have any of the chocolate or the nuts or whatever inclusions you're using. So I like to flip it over so that anything goes on the top. Now, we're gonna let this rest for about 30 minutes, then we're gonna scoop them and bake them. In the meantime, I'm gonna preheat my oven to 350 degrees and wash the dishes. I'll be right back. Our cookie batter's been resting for about 30 minutes, and we're gonna start to portion our cookies. I actually didn't end up using the whisk here, but whatever. So for scooping the cookies, we're gonna take a scoop with a spoon. You're gonna round it off just lightly. You don't wanna overwork it or really ball it too much. And then we're just gonna place it on the tray. This recipe makes 12 cookies, so we're gonna have 2 full trays. Our last cookie here, we're gonna place this on the tray, and we're gonna bake these at 350 for about 15 or 16 minutes. Our sourdough discard macadamia cookies are done and out of the oven, and they look amazing. Smell in here is just wonderful. I like to let them cool on the tray for a few minutes before removing them, so you don't break them taking them off. Super easy recipe, delicious, and your whole family is going to love it.